So, what do you think one needs to invent something? It turns out that everything is very simple. All you need is laziness and some ingenuity. People are so used to making life easier that they do not want to make even minimal efforts for the most ordinary actions. Even though each of us has some laziness hidden inside, nature has not endowed everyone with ingenuity. Those talented minds get a lot of their most brilliant ideas every day, and their implementation makes us wonder about their abilities. Where do we need to start thinking to do the same? In our today's episode, we will show you the most unique homemade crafts and daring and incredible inventions, as well as those talented people who created them all. Now it's time to witness an equally amazing idea of creating a barbecue in the form of a retro car. This mini bulldozer is built on the basis of a cultivator and impresses with simple operation and maneuverability. Such a washing device can save time and effort in cleaning root crops from the soil. This is a convenient and profitable solution for farmers. With the help of such a transporter, the harvest of apples is collected and transported in Germany. Inventive Germans managed to make a homemade sawing machine by using an ordinary electric saw. This device is able to help develop a bicycle to reach a speed of 72 kilometers per hour. Engineering fantasy and a pile of scrap metal is an amazing fusion in the hands of an inventive engineer. In urban conditions, walking dogs experiencing the need for high physical activity requires effective solutions. There are no obstacles for the amphibious rover called the Sherpa. The main difference is their absence. It may not be possible to dig a deep trench or a pit with such an excavator, but it will easily cope with simpler tasks. With the help of such a rotary mechanism, digging potatoes ceases to be a long and energy-consuming process. This semi-tracked all-terrain motorcycle was developed in Germany and was produced during World War II. And this inventive Alaskan resident built a home in his own pickup truck. Perhaps this is one of the most striking examples of a mobile home. American artist Anthony Howe creates kinetic sculptures which will easily make you speechless. Streamline X was created by the automotive giant Chrysler and the Italian studio Ghia in the 50s. As you can see, it is a symbol of futurism and vintage aesthetics. Such a chest of drawers will not only fit perfectly into any interior, but will also become a reliable storage of valuables thanks to a secret compartment. By using the skills of a self-taught craftsman, an old bicycle can be turned into a manual cultivator. It is also possible to create an autonomous bale loader, which will greatly facilitate the workflow of small farmers. If you have a scooter drive, a bottle of Fanta, boards, wheels, and a bit of imagination, you can create such a homemade mower. The upgraded version of Baran is a real all-terrain vehicle with high cross-country features and maneuverability. Inventive people from Thailand designed a forage harvester, although they had to use a Japanese tractor engine. Fan-type gates powered by electric drive are a stylish and spectacular design solution for owners of private houses. It is true that laziness is the engine of progress. This young man was too lazy to hold an umbrella, so he came up with an idea on how to make an umbrella fly over them. But it's not just laziness. As you can see, when both hands are free, you can do a lot of other things. Just imagine how much time the inventor spent on making this amazing machine. Although it has no practical application, you can watch it working forever. What a fascinating sight! This is another tool for cutting firewood quickly. By using such an axe, a woodcutter spends much less effort. And having evaluated this tool, we can even say exactly how much effort and time a woodcutter will save. The triple axe will speed up and simplify the process exactly 3 times. This invention is very similar to an uncompleted mini tank. It can easily pass through any off-road. But what is the main purpose of having it? How can one use this thing? Share your opinions in the comments below. People without imagination would have used the stairs, but these guys showed creativity and the cargo was loaded in a matter of seconds. This tiny engine turned a toy airplane into a real miracle of technology. These 5 guys could have bought 5 bicycles, but they were not looking for easy ways. Therefore, they invented their own mode of transport. This is what a real cycling team looks like. Many people like apples without skin, but not everyone likes to peel them. If you understand what I mean, then you will surely appreciate this device. There is no limit to the perfection of furniture mechanisms. The first self-propelled steam vehicle was built in France in 1769 and looked like this. Now take a look at how a compact but efficient combine harvester can be built on the basis of a walk-behind tractor. In the hands of an experienced mechanic, even an old truck can get a whole new life instead of being thrown away. And what kind of imagination do you need to have to build such a barbecue in the shape of a steam locomotive? This is how you can make an elliptical trainer with your own hands, or another way to save on expensive gym subscriptions. Drivers of long vehicles are real masters of U-turns. As you can see, such a device really simplifies the entire maneuver. And this homemade crawler tractor and all-terrain vehicle is able to drive anywhere. Inventive people from the Czech Republic have come up with a unique way of planting potatoes. It turns out that you can easily dig up a garden if you slightly upgrade an ordinary shovel. Such a monobike with wheels on the sides and a steering wheel looks futuristic. Chinese inventors have created an exoskeleton device, and now a childhood dream has become a reality for many people from all around the world. Such a homemade compact baler quickly and efficiently forms neat hay rolls. If you are not only strong but creative, then all your tasks can be solved in an easy manner. Other people, on the contrary, are too bothered with work. All they want is to perform the simplest task in the most difficult way. This brilliant Swede has been developing an astonishing aircraft project for about 2 years. He clearly had to be satisfied with the result of his labors. If you can save a lot of time when doing some work, it would be stupid not to do it. This is an excellent device for Counter-Strike or other game players. It can be useful for games where victory depends on the speed of reaction. You can't impress anyone with an ordinary jacuzzi anymore. Apparently, that's what the creator of the ingenious bath thought. This is the case when you're too lazy to cook and you really want to delegate this task to someone else, at least by using a separate frying pan. Cultivation of land is usually a very exhausting and time-consuming process, but this is not the case anymore. Today, farmers simplify their lives with the help of such homemade crafts. The level of IQ of this worker is clearly higher than that of the average person. It's better to work hard once and create something that will facilitate and speed up all further work. With such a simple and at the same time ingenious device, the profession of movers will soon become irrelevant. Now there can be a place for bicycles even in the smallest smart apartments. A hammer with such a handle will definitely not break. How many times do you think the builder accelerated the work process? I think that somewhere around 10 times, to say at least. The man digs and sews at the same time. At the very same time, he can relax in a comfortable place. He should have had a cold cocktail. This unusual two-wheeled device was originally conceived as a simulator for restoring walking skills in patients in need of rehabilitation, but it has gained popularity among completely healthy people. This foot-launched flying machine is a device that is powered by the muscular strength of the pilot. Such inventions are still being tested and can rise only to a small height, but everything is moving towards the fact that soon, every person will have their own foot-launched flying machine. Today, it is almost impossible to come up with something radically new because everything's already been invented. As you can see, no one forbids combining something old and getting something completely new. Such a means of transportation is absolutely not relevant, but it can be used as an attraction for inexperienced tourists. Would you like to visit an interactive park filled with mechanisms that copy the size and appearance of long extinct animals? I think that you wouldn't mind riding them either. Someone decided to create a clone of the Cybertruck by Tesla. Adults can see that this is a fake, but kids will definitely get a lot of happiness and joy while taking a ride. Just an old wheelbarrow, a few unnecessary wheels, and a bucket of paint are all you need to create a car for kids. And this is a mini bike on sturdy wheels. I agree, this homemade device is quite useless, but it'll be enough to impress all their friends. And I've told you that this section will surprise you. How do you like a real working bike for minions? And this is a bicycle for real men. And this one will impress not only friends, but also everyone who sees it. I don't know what prompted this man to create a tank at home, but he definitely did it. People from all around the world know how to complicate their lives. This four-wheeled bicycle, which should simplify attempts to keep balance, makes them even more difficult. Initially, when I saw this mechanical spider, I was scared. It reminded me of the terrible machine uprisings I'd seen in various movies, but later I looked closer and noticed a bathtub. Now it rather amuses me. What about you? Do you remember the time when gyro scooters were popular? This man decided to slightly modify the long-forgotten toy. How do you like this upgrade? We want to show you the longest bike in the world. Its length slightly exceeds 35 meters. The invention is extremely useless, but it's still a record. This unusual chainsaw is able to quickly turn a huge trunk to dust. One young inventor decided to put a portable console inside a watermelon. His friends liked such a unique gadget. And this invention allows one to climb to the very top of the tree. The worker came up with an ingenious way to quickly and simply pour sand into a bag. One retired person created a vehicle that looks like a supercar, but it doesn't even have an engine. The driver will have to use pedals, but people won't see them. What if you've always dreamed of surfing but live far from the sea? You can create waves right in your garage. This universal hanger has a very simple design, but it is quite practical. It can be very difficult to get something from the top shelf. Why suffer if you can just pull the shelf to yourself with one movement of your hand? With the help of such a device, you will be able to fix an object of any shape. Perhaps there is no point in fixing the egg, but it is much easier to unscrew the nut with such an invention. With the help of such a device, you can quickly separate the corn grains from the ear. Planting seedlings can turn into amazing entertainment with such an amazing invention. And how do you like this miracle shovel? It digs and sows at the same time. How do you like such a mobile home? It has 3 floors with everything you need, and the tree installed on the roof of the car can even be dressed up for Christmas. This vacuum machine will help you easily and effortlessly put tiles. And with this invention, you can quickly clear your yard of leaves. And how do you like such a packer? It looks like machines will soon replace people everywhere. But you must agree that all kinds of inventions greatly simplify our lives. What could be more extreme than a small hoe? Only a double small hoe. Cages for domestic birds are not cheap, so why not save money by making a cage yourself? This model looks very impressive. Does your wife ask to buy a bread maker for the 8th of March and you have no money? Just make such a device for mixing dough and please your wife. You can make such a compact greenhouse yourself. Install it in your own yard, and you have freshly grown greenery even in winter. This amazing house is hidden in the woodlands of Alaska. This wooden 13-story house was called the Goose Creek Tower, and it was built by Nikolai Sudygin. A car engine can look completely unusual and at the same time be quite working and productive. This Swedish snowmobile is called Snowtrack. It was created in 1957 and it is the world's first tracked vehicle with a steering mechanism instead of levers. This device tests the fuel injectors to make sure they are compatible. When such a device is attached to the electric mower, then even tall grass will be much easier to mow. To be honest, I don't know how it was possible to make a work of art out of an ordinary egg, but it looks very impressive. Brewing tea is much more interesting with such a set, and the tea itself is much tastier. At first glance, it's not clear what kind of invention it is, but it is a treadmill for a dog. The dog is very lucky to have such an inventive owner. The guys from the Real Life Guys YouTube channel decided to put the Tesla on a crawler, and they did it. A resident of Ohio named Scott designed a homemade steam-powered floating device. The owner of the scuba diving company, Sergio Gambarini, and his son Luca have developed a method of growing fresh food underwater in the sea off the coast of northern Italy. If you ever worked on such a keyboard, you would understand how much more convenient it is than usual. The creator of this homemade vehicle calls it a tank, but fortunately, this tank does not shoot. Rather, it's an all-terrain vehicle that will drive on any off-road. While some parents are saving money for Disneyland, others are creating a mini Disneyland in their yard. The host of Mythbusters, Adam Savage, created an Iron Man costume. According to the creator, the real Tony Stark would use exactly these technologies. This homemade car was constructed by improvised means in the backyard. On such an all-terrain vehicle, you can drive absolutely anywhere. And here is another amazing form of transport. It's not fast, yet reliable. An ordinary teenage bike turned out to be a good motorcycle. I'm sure the friends you invite to the barbecue will be very surprised by such an unusual barbecue. If you get tired of pedaling, just attach a propeller to your bike. This is what a hybrid of a tractor and a motorcycle looks like. You can perform cool stunts on this vehicle. And that's what this tractor is capable of after such an upgrade. With the help of this invention, even the thickest tree trunk can be easily cut into small pieces. Laziness is the mother of progress. We all know this important truth. This man has come up with something truly progressive. This rocking chair can become a reliable transport. When their wives told them that skates are for boys, these men came up with something that is suitable for formidable, strong, and confident men. They managed to create a crawler skate. Do you think such an invention can be useful? It certainly looks impressive, but it doesn't make much sense. Initially, the idea was to speed up the bike. In fact, it turned out to be something completely different. It's a tricycle. This is exactly what you did not expect to see in our selection. I think such an invention would make sense if they provided another seat and additional pedals. But don't be scared, this is not a new terrifying weapon from a horror movie, not at all. This is a terribly simple and at the same time ingenious invention. By using these sharp and saw-like wheels, cyclists can shorten the way winter driving on a frozen lake. Does this bike remind you of a children's wooden constructor? By using such an invention, you can go into a school fair. However, it has no use in real life. We live in an era where even the simplest and most ordinary things can be upgraded to new levels. Here's an example. Take a look at this no longer simple and completely unusual skate on legs. And this man has amazing imagination skills. How did he come up with such a simple and at the same time right solution? I wonder if running shoes wear out as quickly when driving as when running constantly. And this homemade and at the same time complex mechanism allows one to eliminate tin cans without harming the environment. What I see now is the dream of my whole life. It turns out one can bask in the sun and be productive at the same time. Why hasn't anyone come up with something like this before? I'm mad! Would you also buy yourself such transport? Write in the comments below. And here's another genius and a lazy man in one person. If you really want to, you can come up with a lot of useful things to simplify and facilitate monotonous work. If you have skillful hands, then it's absolutely not necessary to have expensive tools in your garage. You can build them out of any unnecessary scrap metal. It won't reach the level of any modern factory, but it's great for a home production facility. Use a bit of intelligence and some patience, and you can create a real crossbow. The process of planting trees will now be quick and easy for this family. I imagine the faces of the neighbors who will be perplexed about the productivity of their competitors. Beating the rhythm with 3 hands is possible. I can already imagine the level of swing. And this is a safe lawnmower that can be used even by kids. He's right, never rely only on your own eye. Any machine will definitely be more accurate. But flying on a small plane is very interesting. This plane looks like a toy, but only until it takes off. Drones quickly gained popularity, although they are quite expensive. However, if you have enough knowledge and ingenuity, you can make a drone yourself. This is the world's first shoe made on a 3D printer. The most important thing is that there is no waste in the production of such shoes, so this model will be in great demand among eco-activists. And this is a car that has its own garage. It can be used as a car carrier, a toy motorhome, or a mobile car repair shop. Would you like to ride on such a homemade helicopter? Lovely, but you'll have to make it first. Electric scooters are becoming more and more popular, and this model with one wheel is the most unusual. And this is probably the most pretentious bike I've ever seen, but it looks really impressive. How do you like such a grass cutter? It seems to me that mowing the lawn in this way is pleasant entertainment. Could you imagine a bicycle with square wheels? It can only be used on hilly and bumpy roads, and there are plenty of them around. But if you need not only to drive on bad roads, but also to transport cargo, then you'd better choose this kind of transport. If you also like extreme sports, then rate this crawler bike. It'll drive through both snow and mud at an extreme speed. And this bike is modified specifically for speed lovers. A huge gear with 102 teeth allows this bike to overtake cars. How do you like such a motorcycle? You can easily ride it on any off-road. Building such a mini tractor with 2 gearboxes is a truly ingenious engineering idea. Finally, we have the solution to the problem of riding an ATV in rainy weather. South Korean farmers keep up with the times and use advanced technologies in onion cultivation. Mixing concrete in the absence of electricity is a fairly common problem, but these craftsmen were able to find a solution. This homemade all-terrain vehicle, called the hay mower, is able to overcome the most difficult terrain. And this pretty box has a secret bottom, and it's not as easy to open as it seems. In Japan, tourists captured unusual futuristic-looking trucks on camera. Such a lawnmower is able to cope with anything in a matter of minutes. In the modern world, people prefer minimalism and try to surround themselves with practical things. However, skillful people tend to create things which will make the soul feel warmer. Would you put such a thing on your balcony? This invention is even more practical. By using such transport, you can move more than one bag of potatoes, not to mention a lot of other cargo. Was it really so difficult for this person to wash their hair by hand that they had to invent such a device? And this is a saw. It's a simple and reliable tool that can't be replaced by any advanced technology. As you can see, only a double saw can be cooler than a saw. It's not a problem to prepare firewood for the winter now, so you shall not be afraid of rising heating prices. At the same time, there cannot be enough firewood for everyone, so if you're really worried about your future, start planting trees to have some firewood all the time. A bicycle is the most environmentally friendly form of transport, but in bad weather, you can't really ride it. Fortunately, this invention solved this problem. If you don't have extra money for a good grill, it doesn't matter. You can always make it with your own hands. The main thing is to show imagination. Of course, such a vehicle would not be put into mass production because it is simply impractical to use it. But it looks interesting. Do you agree? This elderly man decided that the skateboard was no longer cool enough for him, so he supplemented it with a jet engine, and now he fully enjoys the trips. A wheelchair can actually look like no one could have imagined. It looks posh and modern. This is a great option of a food processor for kneading dough without extra costs. How do you like this idea? These guys did not have enough motorcycle power, so they decided to improve the engine to the fullest. A workman is known for his work, especially when the master is that inventive. Technologies are developing so rapidly that it is quite possible that in the near future, we will all fly on similar devices while forgetting about cars. As they say, work goes with a swing under the master's hand. Sometimes people create truly unique things. In order to understand their nature, you need to spend a lot of time. And this is a lawnmower with remote control. What could be better when you don't want to go to work outside on a hot day? Such a device can be an excellent assistant at work, and it will significantly reduce time and save energy. Do you adore your bike but rarely ride it because you quickly get tired of pedaling? It's not scary, because the solution to the problem has already been found. As you can see, even the most difficult work can be transformed into a pleasure. Do you need to dig a hole, but you did not want to mess with sand? Here's a simple life hack for you in this case. Use it and don't thank me. Paper can accumulate in piles, so it becomes a real problem to dispose of it. But not for this brilliant inventor. If you want people to pay attention to your vehicle, don't be afraid to be 100% creative. It turns out that it is possible to make an even cut of a tree not only with large specialized machines, but this is only if your brain is really bright. Stocking up on firewood for the winter will now be much easier thanks to such inventive people. Why only spend money on an expensive concrete mixer if it is quite possible to make it with your own hands from improvised means? I'm sure that each of you would not mind enjoying the flight on such a cool aircraft. Clearing the road after a snowdrift is quite difficult, but if everything is fine with your imagination and your hands grow from the right place, any job can become a pleasure. This armor has 32 wheels, which allows him to perform incredible maneuvers. I understand that someone really wanted to be a real superhero since he created such a unique costume. After having seen this thing, I am sure that many people wanted to become pianists. And this unusual gadget from our next video allows you to literally inject plants into Mother Nature. Any job can be a thrill if you approach it creatively. With such a coach and methods of sports training, the girl simply has to become the best in her field and fight for medals. The one who knows how to deal with it effectively is not afraid of dirt. Those who are well versed in physics will never strain themselves too much and will always find a way to make their lives easier. And this is a Maripete earth-moving machine based on a Suoco S500 crawler tractor. It is used to create drainage ditches on peat bogs. This homemade three-wheeled all-terrain vehicle will easily overcome even the most difficult terrain. Hidden headlights of Cadillac Cyclone are one of the most striking engineering solutions of the 60s of the last century. The Ceseda Marotta car was a real sensation when it was first shown at the Geneva Motor Show in 1988. This is one of the most striking design solutions for the gate to the house where the trucker driver lives. Bionic prostheses allow people who have lost limbs to live a full life and cope with all everyday tasks. Ancient Oriental manufacturing techniques of luxury wicker furniture have not lost their relevance even today. This mobile water pump on a turbocharged diesel engine created by craftsmen from Thailand is one of the most powerful of its kind. As you know, ATVs have high cross-country ability, but this upgraded version really stands out. And this is a fairly common way of leveling a dirt road with the help of massive tracks of DE75 tractors. And now let's move to Vietnam and see how a rice field is treated with a tractor with knife wheels in combination with a spike tooth harrow. Perhaps everyone remembers the famous cartoon about the Wall-E robot. Michael McMaster and his friends have been recreating the cartoon character for several years while paying attention to every detail. And this is an exact copy of the English steam truck called Foden. It was produced in 1926, and the copy is only 4 times smaller than the original version. How do you like such a transformer bench, which turns into a table for a small company in just a second? You definitely need it in your country house. This semi-tracked all-terrain snowmobile has the same funny name as its appearance. They called it the Tadpole. The inventions of African craftsmen do not look that attractive, but it is great to be proud of having your own transport. FT300 is a powerful machine and a reliable universal tool designed for clearing large areas of forests and shrubs. It is indispensable for the construction of cottage settlements or the laying of large diameter pipelines. Now, returning to the topic of hidden headlights, it's impossible not to mention the 1951 Buick LeSabre. And this is what a German fire truck with a single-cylinder engine looked like at the beginning of the last century. In addition, it used coal as fuel. Finnish fishermen have created motor sleds that develop high speed and are able to move even on thin ice. True fans of military equipment will like such a device. And now let's travel to India and watch how this Sonalika tractor with a modified chassis adds fertilizers to the soil. While being a large machine, a tractor is not always able to turn around in a limited space. As you can see, the fifth wheel easily solves this problem. Picking potatoes by hand is a complex task, but by using such a machine, the entire process almost does not require physical effort. By using both ingenuity and imagination, any work in the garden can be done without losing a lot of energy and significantly saving time. Even the Samson diesel tractor that was produced back in 1918 significantly facilitates the work of any farmer after restoration and modernization. Now, meet a real superhero from the world of cars. Just look at what superpowers it has. Any obstacle is not a problem anymore. This is how the roads are washed in China. It seems that such a tool is not difficult to make, so why not borrow experience? Now you can witness what real care of a pet means. The owner made a wooden elevator for his dog so that it would not waste its strength going down and up the stairs. As you can see, such transport can pass through the forest, mountains, and mud. In other words, it can be used everywhere. It can even be used to transport small loads. This guy always dreamed of a flamethrower, but the price was too high, so he created the device himself. Dreams must come true. Such an invention can not only take you for a ride, but also help to deliver heavy bags of groceries home. If you've always dreamed of a dog but are afraid that it will not make friends with your cat, then just design a robot dog. In fact, I don't think it's too easy to construct it. Some people invent the most unexpected things. This guy spent a lot of time building a homemade frisbee launch machine. A total of 1,100 Lego cubes, a couple of sleepless nights, and now you're already holding in your hands a super weapon that not only looks cool, but also shoots. And this young American spent 14 months of his life creating an exact replica of the T-26 tank. It turns out that a jug can be made not only from clay, but also from the snow. The main thing is not to pour something hot into it. Laying out a brick wall is a very long and tedious process. However, this method allows you to create a fake brick wall that looks indistinguishable from the real one. And this unusual funnel helps to clean the fuel from water. That's how you can safely burn dry grass and not be afraid of fire. The guy independently made a grater from improvised materials. I think he did a great job. Such a homemade wooden elevator will greatly facilitate the repair of your home. While someone is shoveling snow to clear the path, this man calmly watches his homemade snowplow doing its job. I could watch this amazing process for hours. It's like magic. It looks like this grater is not designed to lift such a weight, but the guy is not going to give up. A very sweet sugar syrup was poured into the bottom of these bottles, which attracted flies. It's easy for them to fly inside, and it's unlikely that they will be able to return to freedom. Being a gardener is not so difficult if you show ingenuity. I think this boy is the envy of all his friends because his dad made such a transport for him, which no one in the world has. Here is another ingenious invention that allows you to easily cope with a difficult task. And this is a homemade rice planting machine. It is designed for planting rice in small fields. Even the process of cooking ordinary scrambled eggs can be improved. This man realized that it was pointless to rely on public workers and made a homemade bulldozer from used car parts to clear snow on his own. With the help of such a simple device, you can clean hundreds of quail eggs in a matter of minutes and spend the saved time watching videos on YouTube. That's how easy and simple it is to transport a huge spare wheel for a tractor. Now the load can be easily lifted to the top floor. This cart can not only move, but also climb the stairs. A bicycle is a universal invention that can be used as a transport, as a simulator, and, if you show ingenuity, as a machine for harvesting animal feed for the winter. If you connect two motorcycles, you will get a transport capable of moving anything virtually anywhere. Even large equipment can be upgraded to increase its functionality. It is enough to show ingenuity. Here is another device that will help to quickly chop the grass. Sergei Gordeev is an inventor, and he has created a strange bicycle that can ride with two half wheels instead of one rear wheel. In order to synchronize the wheels and make one half always touch the ground, the bike had to be equipped with a second chain. It's great to have one tool, while two are even better. This is a whole new level of invention. This is what happens when you dream of a car with huge wheels. You definitely haven't seen such an unusual set of tools yet. What a cool invention made from a balloon. And this is another mechanism for harvesting firewood. As you can see, many people think in advance about finding some wood to heat their homes in the winter, but this is not a problem at all for inventive people. You can admire the beauty of the city not only on an elephant, but also on other animals. Some people choose storks and dragons. Who would you choose? What is it? Is it a homemade helicopter? Is it a boat? This is a two-in-one boat. You can fly and swim on this amazing transport. I don't know for what purposes this man created this homemade tank, but if his neighbors decide to attack his garden, he's already prepared. Modern children have the opportunity to ride a variety of electric vehicles, but this transport is truly unique. Its sturdy metal frame and 6 wheels allow you to drive not only on asphalt, but also on hilly terrain. And how do you like such transport? I think some fairy tale character could ride it. Even though this car looks like a toy, it drives fast enough. We've already seen a bike for 5 people, but if you have only one friend, then this bike is exactly what you need. This self-propelled mobile home was developed by a group of designers specifically for the Burning Man festival. It consists entirely of recycled materials. It's only moving at 8 miles per hour, but at the end of the day, it's a house, not a race car. Take 2 discs and add 1 spring to create one amazing invention. It can be applied in various ways. It's truly versatile. Modern technologies amaze the imagination, but it is still impossible to do without the skillful hands of the master. A bicycle with another bicycle transform into a car. This simple formula was discovered by the inventor, who now travels around the neighborhood on his brand new transport. How much time do you spend sitting on the toilet? Of course, I understand that it is indecent to ask such questions, but I do not demand an answer from you. Just think about it. Perhaps the footrest is exactly what you need. It was invented by a woman who spent too much time in the toilet. Walking with children takes so much time for young parents, so why wouldn't you combine your routine tasks with pleasure? Such a wheelchair scooter will give unforgettable adventures not only to the baby, but also to his parents. And this costume for children is only for the most practical parents. The baby is crawling on the floor anyway, so why wouldn't you use it for cleaning purposes? The German company KUKA Robotics produces robots capable of performing a variety of tasks. One of these robots easily lifted the chair on which its creator was sitting. I hope that the prophecy of science fiction writers will not come true, and there will be no uprising of machines because our forces are clearly not equal. How do you like this mechanical salamander? Some people already prefer mechanical pets to live ones, and what if soon all the fauna will be replaced by robots? Robots are already inhabiting not only the land, but also the underwater world. For example, this is a stingray robot. This amazing motorcycle was created by Honda. It has many unique features such as a barrel-shaped oil tank, special vertical handles, and foot platforms made of high-quality materials, so motorcycle lovers appreciated it, and it became a dream of many collectors. Everything in Genius is simple. This electric transport has a fairly simple and convenient design. Its design is a combination of classic and modern technologies. And this is Batman's motorcycle from The Dark Knight. Having taken a ride on this, you can also feel like a real superhero. I think this video has convinced you that the impossible is nothing. And finally, I will show you this futuristic motorcycle. I'm sure that such vehicles will appear on the road of your city in the near future. With such a compact mechanical device, the need for tow trucks will soon disappear. I will never cease to be surprised by the boundlessness of human imagination. With only a steering wheel and wheels, this man was able to assemble a real bicycle. It was built on part of the fence. Such a device is a must-have for any party. With such a billiard trailer, you will be the center of attention at any event. This iron dog will definitely become the real gem of the upcoming city parade. That's what happens if there aren't enough wheels. Personally, it makes me laugh, but maybe someone will see some modern art. This is a slow, cumbersome, and extremely strange mechanism. Maybe its advantages are that it does not eat gasoline at all. Oh, and I can see the point in that. It's huge, but fast, and even quite economical. If you want to impress a girl with a ride in a convertible but there is no money to rent a car, then you can build something similar. Your unique style will definitely be appreciated. I am ready to give this man the title of Father of the Year. While many cannot even pay attention to the child, some make real tanks and set them in motion for the sake of their baby's smile. All fans of showing off will love this thing. With such a one-wheeled mechanism, you will definitely not go unnoticed. If you want to enjoy the winter mountain slopes, but skiing is absolutely not for you, then such a snowmobile will be a real gift for you. How many times have we seen tracks attached to the car instead of wheels today? It seems to me that we will get used to it very soon. Now, in order to cross the river, you don't need to row, only feet ready to pedal are enough. I haven't seen such a compact road vehicle yet. What about you? Why didn't anyone come up with this before? This is a 2-in-1 boat. It can be used on both water and land. Such a light, miniature, and the maneuverable vehicle is perfect for desert terrain. Don't throw away old and unnecessary nuts. They can be reused by making them part of a new mechanism. The brutality of this audacious and frightening machine is simply off the scale. Just look at it. It can spew fire! When you are a formidable macho man but only have a bicycle, don't worry because you can simply equip it with such an uncomplicated device. If you want to elegantly hide your plumbing and make the bathroom safer and more spacious, then such hidden doors will be an excellent option. If you need an attic in the house, but you absolutely do not like fancy and bulky stairs, there is also a compact and functional solution. The variety of designs of such a locker defies all conventions, and now with the help of maneuverable furniture, you can create the most suitable option for yourself. The advantage of the folding design of a 4-meter table with a bench is that the open space of the room turns into a full-fledged dining room in a matter of seconds. The following solution is perfect for those who need a mini office at home. You can easily work or study, and you can have a break for rest. What kind of games can you have without a glass of strong drink? Now, in order not to break away from playing with friends, you can use this special furniture with a hidden secret. Now, there is a great way to easily remove a dining room table with chairs from your eyes. You can use this free space to comfortably enjoy watching an interesting movie. We all like to relax after a hard day at work. The ingenious smart home system will help you organize your time and spend it in conditions of the highest level of comfort. In the majority of all cases, all space under the bed is just empty. But what if you use it properly and make an additional shelf for shoes? As it turned out, the Rubik's Cube, familiar to everyone, can not just be a funny children's toy, but also an excellent multifunctional interior item. If there is extraordinarily little space for outerwear and shoes in your hallway, it is quite possible to create a secret space under the stairs. In order to hide wall-safe boxes, people often use paintings and other interior items, but such automated systems offer the highest level of security. And this one uses a special camouflage so that the TV in the off state can perfectly merge with the environment. And for such a maneuver, you need just one click of a button. And now we have a very unusual safe box with a combination lock for your valuables, which looks like a regular book to everyone. And if you need to hide the whole room at all, then there is the right solution for you. The entrance door can be artfully disguised in a special wall. Bedside tables may seem completely ordinary, and perhaps they should be, but when using some technologies, they are able to keep important secrets of their owners. For real fans of comfort, the developers of modern furniture have created a special bed with smart features. Do you think you will have sweet dreams in such conditions? And this wall-mounted bed that unfolds in just a few seconds is a great option for those who appreciate furniture minimalism and free space in their home. If you used to think that origami can be made only from paper, then talented craftsmen went further and learned how to create such masterpieces even from solid wood. Do you want to buy a large dining table for the whole family, but there's not enough space in your house for it? Now this problem can be solved with the help of a multi-purpose table that will seamlessly fit into any interior. And this roomy shelf that literally instantly becomes a dining table is another successful decision of the creators. Sewing corner is not always about noisy machines and bulky furniture. Everything can be done very compactly and elegantly, and with excellent integration with an ironing board and drawers for storing accessories. Many people do not even realize how wonderful the ideas of stairs can be and what a huge potential they have, but stairs must be used wisely. Even the simplest Transformer coffee table will help you to seat at the table all the guests who suddenly appeared on your doorstep. And here is another great example of the modern interior, which can be easily transformed into a dining table for at least 5 people. It's convenient. What else can I add? Such an unusual design will turn any boring working meeting and lunch breaks into real fun. And this totally unique design of the table allows you to relax and feel as comfortable as possible. Some furniture can be thought out to the smallest details so that it even looks more like real works of art. It seems that the white gate violates all the laws of physics and common sense, but this is just a brilliant solution for the developers of a smart system. The friction table can be easily transformed when pulled, but at the same time, it is lightweight and durable enough to stay in both expanded and basic forms. And here is another secret door that opens the entrance to a space hidden from the eyes of other people. What a brilliant disguise! Creating additional visual length for pieces of furniture turned out to not be that difficult. By looking at this table, it becomes perfectly clear that in our world, nothing is impossible. And this is a kind of Ferris wheel for shoes. It will be the best choice for fashionistas who still can't learn how to quickly choose the perfect look for themselves for the day. I think many people have heard about bars for alcohol, but have you heard about an alcoholic elevator that delivers booze or any other drinks directly to the guests? If you want to hide the fact that there is a TV in the house at all, you can order a smart system that literally changes the interior of the room with one turn. The most amazing thing about this piece is the fact that hardly anyone would think of looking for it at all. After all, take a closer look. The secret doors are disguised in such a way that even a knowledgeable person will not find them. Here is another smart solution for using stairs. And what a space saver it is when in fact the whole cabinet is built into the sliding steps. Fantasy lovers can not only draw the well-known Narnia in their imagination, but also pretend that they have personally visited it. Fortunately, the hiding place can be used for that. Folding chairs with latches, as well as a table with a special design, will quickly help turn the kitchen corner into a real work of art. And this new garage system is simply impressive. The divider is automatically removed, creating some room for a car hidden inside the garage. If you look closely, you will see another car in a two-story structure. The next garage system can also be an interesting option for those who want to hide luxury cars from the public eye and therefore out of the way of any potential car thieves. Here is a car parking system by Swiss designers. It is ideal for people who cannot or simply do not like to leave the house by using the reverse driving mode. If there is too little space in the garage for a luxury car, then you need to look for a unique approach. And a self-made automated shelving system solves this problem. Don't you like to be like everyone else? Do you always want to stand out from the crowd and have your own features? Then the folding door of the new generation certainly will not leave you indifferent.